Okay, for part two of our lecture, we're going to jump back in with political freedom and political freedom and land, labor, and freedom. So when we talk about the idea of what it means for individual African Americans during this time, freedom in the new America. 4th of July became very important for African Americans because essentially America had a lot of significance um, for the African American community at this juncture. And for many white Southerners, it was a shunned holiday in the sense that they felt betrayed, that this was a nation that was not theirs. And for many African Americans, they saw land ownership as being their key to economic independence because it was a means for them to be able to, if you own land, it means that you are able to secure your legacy. If you own land, you're able to grow your own food. You are able to pass something on to the next generation. You are able to secure loans. You are able to have a place where you can build your own home. You have an ability to create a stable place for your family. You're able to practice your religion as you so choose. A lot of people created their own individual places where they could worship on their own land. And you still, in a lot of places, were allowed to participate politically based on um, your status as being considered a member of the community based on your land ownership, your status as an individual that was a quote unquote member of the community because of your stable living situation. And if you lived in the community by being a landowner, then you were able to vote and you were able to participate in the community and move up in the political ranks of the community. So if you wanted to not only vote, but be someone that could possibly participate in legislative action, you needed to own land. Now, for white Southerners, this was horrifying. Not only was it horrifying to just the average white Southerner who suddenly saw their entire concept of what it meant to live in white society completely unraveling. The hierarchy of society completely changing and being reformatted. But a white landowner, suddenly this meant that your entire existence didn't make sense anymore because now you are going to have to figure out how are you going to work your land, especially if you never actually worked your land before. If you had other people to do that for generations, if you've never worked your own land before and you had other people to do it, what are you going to do now? Are you going to have to hire people, pay people to work this land? What how do you go about doing this? And where's that money going to come from? And how do you go about that next step? So suddenly white landowners had to rethink their entire existence, and for many of them, this was mind-blowing, to say the least. And that's where a particular organization needed to step in. That organization is the Freedmen's Bureau. So that is where I'm going to step out for a second.